Hey there, thanks for watching Riding with Marshall again, and that's what you're doing today. I'm in Rocky Mountain National Park on a Triumph Rocket 3 again. So just a few nights ago, I rode Beartooth Pass in Montana and Wyoming. And today, we're on Trail Ridge Road. First time, not my first time on Trail Ridge Road, first time on the Rocket 3. So we're in the park, and way over there, farther than you will be able to see, is elk and moose. There were two moose there. There was one moose that ran up against the road over there. I will keep filming as we ride by, and we will see if you can see the moose. And then we're going to hit Trail Ridge Road. If you have to choose a riding destination between Beartooth Highway in Montana and Wyoming, or Trail Ridge Road in Colorado, here are a few things you should consider. Both rides can be similar, as they feature steep inclines and switchbacks to get you to their respective mountain passes. Both are seasonal roads that connect two cities. Both have absolutely stunning views that might bring you to tears. Here are some differences. Trail Ridge Road in Colorado is part of Rocky Mountain National Park. To get to the highest continuously paved road in the United States, you have to pay or have a pass. Expect $35 for most cars or $25 for a motorcycle. Oh, and if you expect to get in between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. without making an online reservation, which will add $2 more to the cost, forget it. You'll be turning around at the ranger station. Now you want to get past the entrance station as early as possible anyway, unless you want to fight the masses of RVs, tour guide vehicles, buses of international tourists, and the many rental cars whose drivers are white-knuckling the wheel while moving at only 25 miles an hour and riding their brakes. Rocky Mountain National Park is a serious worldwide tourist destination, even if it is right here in my general backyard. They use timed entry as a way to keep the experience magical for you, because no one likes bumper-to-bumper traffic and road rage. That is exactly what would happen if the world's population were just allowed in willy-nilly during those peak hours. Expect to see rangers, a lot of them, especially near any animal that is within photographical distance. It's almost like the animals are all chipped or something. Trail Ridge connects Estes Park with Grand Lake, Colorado, a distance of 48 miles, and climbs to 12,183 feet. I count about 12 switchbacks. Your number may vary. The roads are easy to drive or ride, or they would close them if there was a single patch of ice. Uh-oh, it's begun. There's one cloud up there, see it? That wasn't there a second ago. It's gonna rain. We better skedaddle. I'm not really worried about that one cloud. It's when they start building up on you and start turning blue and dark blue and then gray and dark blue, and then big crooked pieces of light start coming out of the clouds. That's a bad thing. So let's get the rocket moving. What do you think? Lots of snow for June 1st, huh? Need another picture. Near the top, there is a visitor center, a cafe, a souvenir shop, and numerous bathrooms. During peak hours, expect all of these, including parking spots, to be full, although motorcycles have their own parking area. I'm at the visitor center at the top of Trail Ridge. It's not really the top, you actually start going down. Now if you go down from here on the western slope, you'll run into Granby, Grand Junction, Highway 125, which will lead you to Walden. I recommend going and having lunch at Walden and then coming down the Poudre Canyon out of Fort Collins. That is, unless you have to be back at Denver. Beautiful location. The visitor center sells food and knickknacks and all kinds of stuff. There are public bathrooms both there and there, and I believe there's bathrooms inside the store too, but I could be wrong. Anyway, get something to drink, get something to eat. Dilemma is today's the first day they open the store, and they're not opening it until around 1, and that's okay. I didn't come up to buy anything. So from the ranger station to here took me about an hour and 10 minutes. That's it. To get to this elevation, which is something around 12,000 feet. I'll show you that in a second. So I got myself into a little trouble. And that trouble is with the missus. You've heard of golf wives. Well, my wife is starting to feel like a motorcycle wife. Now, I've got a gold wing. We've come up here many times before. But to beat the ranger time frame, so you have to make reservations to do Trail Ridge Road to get into Rocky Mountain National Park. Between 9 and 2, they require a reservation. So I had to be up here before 9 if I don't want to play that game, and I don't want to play that game. So I made it about 10 till 9 at the ranger station, got in with just my parks pass, and here we are. But the wife, she knew she wasn't going to be ready for this that early on a Sunday. But I went anyway because I wanted the footage to say I've already done it. First weekend that it's open of the year. I think it opened Friday. And here we are. So anyway, I'm going to head back down and then go do an adventure with the missus. Because it's only fair. At that elevation, you can also expect the weather to change abruptly. It usually does in the afternoon, and that's why I try to get to the top before noon and leave well before 2 p.m. Here's a little stretch coming down, and I'll throw on a tune so you can get a small taste of the emotional impact. Wildlife tend to be plentiful in national parks, and you are bound to see elk, deer, moose, pika, marmots, and bighorn sheep, if not much, much more. Beartooth Highway connects Red Lodge, Montana to Cook City, Montana, by way of Wyoming. It is 68 miles of curvy, twisty, paved road, climbing to a crest of 10,947 feet. There are 7 miles of switchbacks between Red Lodge and the pass. I count 19 switchbacks overall, but none so tight that a Triumph Rocket 3 can't handle them. There are pull-offs for photos, and some have bathrooms. Gas up your vehicle though, because facilities are few on Beartooth Highway. Will you see wildlife? You might, but you certainly will if you follow the road into Yellowstone. And by the way, I already have a video posted on my Beartooth Pass experience. Price? Well, even though the National Park Service maintains these roads, the price of Beartooth Highway is free. That's right, not even a gatehouse to take your money or limit what hours you can enter the highway. Unlike Trail Ridge, and Yellowstone for that matter, there won't be a ranger every other mile either. You may feel like you're on top of the world, and you may feel like you are truly free. So which one you choose to go to will depend on where you're going to be in the first place, as Beartooth Highway is over 500 miles away from Trail Ridge Road. I will say, though, that you should make a point of experiencing both, and then make me a video and show me which one you liked better. So thanks for riding with Marshall, that's me, and why don't you subscribe to Rocky Mountain Rebel so you can ride with her also, and occasionally ride with us both. And she might be riding Trail Ridge Road soon too, for her first experience, so see what her video has to say about it. Thanks again for watching.